Hello everyone, welcome back. It's nice to see you all again. So I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to talk about a few more paranormal entities, including one that's been requested. But first of all, since my last video, I have turned 18, which is quite exciting really. And you know, there were lots of new freedoms with turning 18, and it's probably quite safe to say I've not used that many of them. I have entered some a couple of lottery type competitions on the radio and things, but that's really the only thing I can think of I've done, which I couldn't do before I was 18. I obviously haven't got married, and I don't think I've bought any alcohol or cigarettes or anything. Not that I intend to smoke. I really, really do not intend to do that. But yeah, it does feel quite liberating to be 18. And I've also finished my A-levels, and I've got a nice long summer now, and I'm taking a gap year as well. So it's a really nice time for me, to be honest. But to the main body of today's video, a sort of, fictional, let's say, paranormal entity that was requested in my previous video is Siren Head. So yeah, it's just a completely fictional creature, not like Bigfoot, which is suspected of being real, but we don't know. So it was created by Canadian illustrator Trevor Henderson in 2018, and it's been portrayed in many video games and even on TikTok. It was sort of influenced by Slender Man, which is another internet creation from 2009, and that was a creature with a featureless sort of head and upper body. But both of these creatures are quite unbelievable. Even if you didn't know they are fictional, we're talking a creature which is 40 feet tall, so it's pretty obvious that couldn't be real. So that's Siren Head. Now, a creature which is sort of suspected to be real, but is pretty unbelievable really, is Snallygaster. It's a great name, you know. So it's a bird reptile type beast, originating from suspicions of German immigrants to the United States way back in the day, when the colonization days. And most sightings from back then and up to the 21st century. Yes, there have been suspected sightings quite recently. They're in Maryland, the state of Maryland, on the east coast of the US. So the creature we're talking about is not that dissimilar to, a variety of dinosaur which can fly, a pterodactyl type thing. So it's pretty unbelievable that sort of creature could exist. And what's interesting is some of the modern suspected sightings have also been in the Washington DC area, which is within the state of Maryland. DC is its own state, but it's surrounded by the state of Maryland. So that one, although it's suspected of being real, unlike Siren Head, it's hard to believe really. And I suppose this last one is not really a paranormal entity, but it's something which is suspected of being a real phenomenon, which is spontaneous human combustion, which is it's when a human body burns with no apparent sort of external force, external source of ignition. So it's also hard to believe how that could happen, and it's quite easy to fake as well. You literally could just set yourself on fire and and not tell anyone about it, and it could be suspected of this. A famous case of spontaneous human combustion was Mary Reesner in 1951, so way back, and her body was found burnt, completely burnt, other than the skull and the backbone. And the left foot as well was the only sort of fleshy area which was left intact. And yeah, and also not much of a house was burnt at all. So it's hard to explain how our body could completely combust and the house stay virtually untouched, which is why it's suspicious. But then again, it would be pretty easy to fake. And another interesting thing is that the combustion varies between the amount of combustion varies depending on the proportion of flammable substances in the body. So we're talking about fat, really, as the principal one. Yeah, so that's it. Those are three sort of hard to believe paranormal entity type things. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope it's good to see me back, and I'll hopefully see you quite soon.